Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And I know this video's a bit late, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the whole Ben Affleck on Bill Maher situation. I finally got some time to sit down and watch the episode where Ben Affleck went crazy on the author Sam Harris and Bill Maher for, their beliefs about radical Islam and the fact that, the whole Islamic Muslim community is pretty much, defined by the terrorist factor. And that's very much true. I mean, let's be honest. When we think about Islam and Muslims, we don't really think in our minds of, peaceful people going to mosque and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we have the image of, say, 9/11 or, the Iraq War or Afghanistan, something like that. We get in our minds. We're currently thinking about ISIS. That's unfortunately usually what the mind nowadays, a contemporary mind, is drawn to. That's what we associate when we think of Islam. We think of radical Islam. That's very unfortunate. But that's just a fact of life. Those are the facts right there. You know what I mean? It's just like thinking of the Japanese during World War II. We didn't think about eating sushi or something like that. No, we thought about them as being enemies in the war. And that's just the fact of the matter. It has nothing to do with prejudicial thoughts or racism or anything of that matter. It's not what it's about. It's just, pretty much word association. And, this is not to say that everybody is guilty by association, but that's not what author Sam Harris was trying to say when he was on Bill Maher's show, pertaining to his book. It's not exactly what he was trying to say at all. He was just saying that, the few bad apples out of the bunch happen to be representing these people because, let's face it, all the innocents have been silenced because that's just the way how the government is set up. They're being suppressed by a bunch of radicals. Now, Ben Affleck took this as racism pretty much because he felt that he was somewhat saying that everybody was guilty, even though those words are never uttered, ever. He never said that, never did. And I'm not a big Sam Harris fan or fanboy. Quite frankly, I don't even know who the fuck the man is. So there you go. I don't know who he is. He could take it up the ass for all I fucking care. But the fact of the matter is, it's Ben Affleck. And, this is also another actor that's had history. He's not as bad as Sean Penn or Janine Garofalo or some other actor or comedian like that just goes off the fucking wall when, anything is said by anybody that seems to be holding or, maybe they might not even. I don't know what Sam Harris's political views are. I don't know if he's conservative, if he's a liberal, if he's a libertarian, he's an independent, or he's a gay lord faggot motherfucker. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the guy stands for. I don't know what his policies are. I don't know. But the fact of the matter of what was being said is that pretty much just Muslims are being represented improperly. And that's a pretty humane belief from where I stand. I really don't see anything wrong with that statement. And those are just facts right there. That's not like, and him stating his opinion, which sort of is a fact in a way. When you really think about it, I mean, who's represented? When you look at the news, I mean, you're not really seeing the peace. I mean, you could argue that that's how the media is trying to portray Muslims, maybe some type of way of just showing nothing but the bad, trying to make people racist on purpose, but I don't really think that that's the goal. A lot of times on MSNBC, I would see a lot of political pundits. I would see them defending Muslims. Mostly on MSNBC, I would see that, or CNN, or even, quite frankly, when any type of liberal Democrats would come on, they would be in defense. Even a lot of Republicans, conservatives that were really trying to play it safe, would even say, you know, in the same vein that, you know, radical Islam. Why do you think that everybody says radical Islam and not just Islam? Because, you know, they're talking about the perverted version of Islam, even though every religion is violent. You know, I still believe that that is a violent religion. And I really do feel that pretty much Judaism or Christianity is violent as well. They're all fucking violent as fuck. Let's be honest there. You know, Christianity also tells people to the exact vengeance with an eye for an eye, or, you know, other things like that that are written in the Bible. But Ben Affleck, what I want to talk about at this point in the video, because, you know, we're already 5 minutes in, and I've just pretty much given you a bit of backstory about, you know, what it means when they say radical Islam, how Muslims are viewed in the world. Ben Affleck just fucking went apeshit. He was smearing his hand all over his face. Ben, you could tell from the body language, it was not put on. He was legitimately upset by what Sam Harris had to say, and also Bill Maher. And let's remember, Bill Maher is a pretty liberal guy. And, you know, I mean, I have a hankering suspicion that Sam Harris is probably a conservative, perhaps a libertarian of some sort, you know, maybe. And, you know, I do consider myself to be a libertarian, as, you know, that is kind of how my beliefs fit into, you know, the scheme of things nowadays. But that's neither here or there. The thing is, Ben Affleck really exemplified something. Just as Sam Harris was trying to say that it's too bad that radical Islamic terrorists are, you know, pretty much the poster boys for Islam at the moment, Ben Affleck is a poster boy in his own right for oversensitivity and just complete crybaby nature of almost everybody in society nowadays. I talked about this in my Ebola rant, and you notice how all these things, whether it's political, it's, you know, pertaining to health or whatever it is, you know, it's all political at the end of the day. You know, everything falls into the political scheme of things. And it's unfortunate when social issues and, you know, political issues all get wrapped up into one. But it's, you know, it's crybaby nature. Finger pointing, whistle blowing at every turn. You know, no one nowadays is allowed to have an opinion. And if you have that opinion, and somehow someone finds out about it, or it's voiced in the vlogosphere, the blogosphere, you know, the assholeosphere, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what anybody, you know, fucking says. Nowadays, everything gets criticized. Everybody gets their feelings hurt. Everybody goes into an uproar, into a fucking tirade, starts face bombing. They can't handle other people's opinions. It's fucking ridiculous. I am fucking sick and goddamn tired of everybody getting their fucking feelings hurt. They're getting butt hurt. They're, you know, you would think that the person just fucking got ass raped. Ben Affleck, you know, looked like he was, like something turbulent was happening in his life. It looked like he just received word that, you know, someone close to him was sick in the hospital. You know, he looked like someone told him that his brother was in the fucking accident, the way how he was fucking acting on that show. Give me a fucking break. Just because Sam Harris and Bill Maher had a different opinion than his, you could be on that show and have a discussion, but it doesn't mean that you have to fucking flip your shit, fucking start yelling, fucking complaining, sitting there like a fucking crying, fucking spoiled ass fucking child, motherfuckers. I mean, it was ridiculous. I was watching, you know, a world-renowned actor. I don't like him. I think he fucking sucks. I think he put out some of the worst movies and performances of all time, but it doesn't fucking matter, motherfuckers. As you know, as I said, this behavior was just fucking atrocious. He was acting like a fucking child. He couldn't handle a fucking opinion. A fucking opinion that, you know, for the most part is pretty true. And it wasn't really that outrageous. Many more outrageous things have been said by people like Ann Coulter, for instance. She has said some pretty fucking uproarious things about, about people getting raped, for instance, and, no one batted an eye as much as fucking Ben Affleck did on some unknown actor. Who the fuck is Sam Harris? For God fucking sakes. Who the fuck is he? Why was Ben Affleck putting so much energy into, an author that's probably not even that popular, nobody even fucking knows, and no one's gonna even probably read the fucking book. But he comes on the show and he tries to voice an opinion, and fucking Ben Affleck fucking flips his motherfucking shit halfway to motherfucking Kingdom Come. And really, we should be more pissed off at Ben Affleck, a fucking American actor who represents this country, going there on the show. You could say that the same thing as radical Islamics are, representing the Muslim community, unfortunately, putting out videos and shit, ISIS and everything, killing everybody while everybody else is silent because no one really is allowed to talk in that religion. Nobody's allowed to voice a fucking opinion in that religion. And that's the fact of the matter. It's a very confining religion, and could you really say that women are not, held down? They're not allowed to be independent. They're not allowed to speak up. They're not allowed to fucking do anything. So that is pretty much what Sam Harris was trying to say. He was trying to get that point across. He was fucking trying his damnedest to get that point across. But you had a fucking stubborn ass fucking jackass Ben Affleck who's gonna play a shitty ass Batman without a doubt, just acting like a fucking crybaby. Did he really have to give me another reason to fucking hate him? And I'm not going to turn this into a Batman rant. This is a fucking rant on Ben Affleck and the whole political scheme of things and how society is nothing more than crybabies. That is the main fucking point of this video that I am trying to make to you people. Ben Affleck represents a large portion of this fucking hipster, fucking pussy-ass fucking population. Everybody gets their feelings hurt. Nobody acts like a fucking man. They all fucking cry. Why me? Why this? Why that? Making excuses. Making a fucking wall of excuses. A Berlin Wall of excuses. Holy shit, the fucking wall, you can't even see it half the time. It's a fucking electric fence. Every single fucking thing in society, you want to say something that's unfair or something like that, like, affirmative action. Bzz, you get fucking electrocuted by an electric fence. You want to say something about Obama because he's half black. You turn around to make that comment and you're hit by an electric fence. Holy fucking shit, you get fucking just they will pound you with fucking criticisms at every turn just because you want to have an opinion that may be pertaining to race or another religion or something. I mean, when did it become taboo? There's an old expression. There's two things that you don't talk about: religion and politics. And I have to ask, why not? That's because these are very sensitive issues. These are people's beliefs. These are sometimes things hold these things very near and dear to their heart. For most people, I think it's probably more religion than politics, but whatever. Once again, that's neither here or there. The fact of the matter is, nothing should be off the table when it comes to discussion. The fact of the matter is, people are the problem. And it stands up, in society nowadays. This argument cannot be defeated, what I'm making. Tell me not that when these issues are brought up, people become overly sensitive. They don't even want to discuss them. Instead of standing up for their beliefs, instead of standing up, they whine and they cry and they bitch and they lie. And that's exactly what Ben Affleck did. He lied, he complained, he moaned, and he bitched. And then he sat there when it wasn't his turn with his fucking hand right on his face and face palming like a fucking idiot. SMH to Ben Affleck. For fucking goddamn sakes, act like a man, goddammit. You're gonna be fucking Batman. A shitty ass Batman, nonetheless, but you are gonna be Batman. So, sorry, but you're gonna be representing Batman, just because you can't handle the fact that a couple of, hundreds or thousands of, crazy ass motherfucking Muslims are, sadly representing that community, that religion, that sect of people. It's unfortunate. If we could have it any other way, I'm sure most of us would have it some other way. Most of us would probably not want that to be. We wouldn't want, you know, fucking the Al Jazeera network to be, the main station over there in Iran. I'm sure that's not how, anybody wants it deep down. The innocent Muslims don't want it that way, but that's part of their culture. And if you speak up against it, then, well, you're going to get more than just a foot in the ass, let's just say. So really, to wrap up this video, everyone just needs to seriously shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, for God fucking sakes. Stop being so overly sensitive about every single thing, especially when the topic of race and religion comes up. Because a lot of the arguments are actually, they hold a lot of weight, let's say. Things, like affirmative action. It's really not fair. Things like Barack Obama being a bad president. Starting to hold a lot of weight, I think. But once again, just because he's half black, just because he's, he's something different than what a lot of political pundits or people on YouTube are saying about him. If a white person's not allowed, Hispanic person's not allowed, an Indian person's not allowed to say anything about Barack Obama because they're not black, and that makes you racist if you say something bad, not pertaining to the color of his skin, which is the definition of racism. It's basically unfounded hate, just because of the color of their skin, just because they're different. And that's not why most people are criticizing Barack Obama. It's not because it's the color of his skin. It's the fact that he fucking sucks. And he just fucking promoted a fucking lame brain, unqualified person to take care of one of the most scary fucking things facing this country in quite some time, in Ebola. So, you could kind of see why people might say that he sucks. But, of course, that's racist. And, you shouldn't be allowed to voice your opinion about the fucking president of the United States. Even though we, the people, actually have the right to overthrow a president like this if it's, if we see fit. But, like I said, of course, those things, facts, laws, constitutional rights, they don't apply here. No, sir. No, sir. We don't abide by those rules or regulations because why? Because, they're racist. They're prejudicial. They're the fucking laws of the country, but we don't, we shouldn't abide by them. Let's just overlook them because, we don't need to fucking pay attention to that shit. It's just the fucking Constitution. We've forgotten all about the fucking First Amendment. People try to just use the First Amendment to their advantage. When it's convenient for them, First Amendment, but then when someone wants to voice their First Amendment rights, say about something like Islam, like Sam Harris did, or you want to voice your opinion about affirmative action being unfair and how that's not true equality. Racism, it's the First Amendment, you're allowed to say it, but, you're not really hurting anybody by saying anything, but, hurting somebody's feelings is not the same thing as bringing harm to an individual. No, I'm sorry. That's not how it works. Just because you're a fucking crybaby and you can't fucking take it on the fucking chin like a man doesn't mean that people should have to stop. That there should be laws in place that people are not allowed to say certain things. You can't just put a fucking gag order on every fucking thing just because your feelings get hurt. Your feelings are like a fucking glass wall, They could just be broken with just a small tap. Come on. You know what I mean? It's enough already with this fucking bullshit. I'm getting fucking sick of everybody in this fucking country. Human beings fucking suck nowadays. They don't know how to fucking act. They act like fucking idiots. Their feelings are hurt from every single fucking thing because they've been pussified. Been beaten down by a fucking totalitarian government, basically. So maybe I can't really blame most people, but I do. Because people should be stronger. We're given free will as human beings, and we should be able to stand up for ourselves a little bit. And where we're not even being threatened by anybody, we're fucking flipping our shit for no good goddamn reason. Holy fucking shit. We are fucked up.